All right, I'm gonna attempt to answer this without getting too wordy here, because I tend to do that. Regarding that lick that you sent there on the tab, and the way I would interpret that is something like that. So again, there's no real right answer, is what I'm trying to say. But general rules for hybrid picking is you're gonna pick your lower notes, because that's kind of the way your hand that pick is up top. So then the higher strings, which are actually down lower, are more accessible to these fingers here to pluck upward. So, for example, on the start of that run, I would probably use a pick. The next, the 0 1 2 0 1 2 on the D and G string are, but that could go either way. So you can hear that pop if you want that sound, or if you want the contrast, so it'll pop up top versus that's really up to you. And as far as a lot of the exercises in the old video, just kind of keep in mind the only real constant would be bass notes are picked, and then you'll do a lot of the plucking with either your two fingers or one, depending on the riff. So like that Dixie Chick song is. Or one of the other riffs was it. So the long and short of it is the idea is to get real fluent on some of those, basic rhythms, the stuff like where it's just bass note pick, so pick, palm mute, and then, so that's pluck, palm mute, ghost note. By the time you get comfortable with that, walking through something like that, like there, you shouldn't really be thinking of like, oh, how do I do it? Just like, how do you want it to sound? So it's more about becoming comfortable with the way that percussive attack will change the tonal elements of your riff. So. I might actually, I'll probably bend that last three. Or slide it up. To me, that's where the most important thing is, at the top of that riff that you send doing the getting that chicken pick, and that's the plucking sound. That's my answer, man. It's a little bit vague, but sometimes I think the concept is more important than the right answer. That way as you're playing the riff, you'll be able to like tell yourself, man, this is how I want it to sound. I want to run through this and then like pluck them strings at the end, or whatever might be applicable for that riff. So hopefully that helps, man.